I think the fact that we batted and we continue to bat the 50 overs, something we haven't been doing for a while. In the first two games today was different. The first two games we batted the 50 overs and we look like we understand what batting in 50 overs is about. So I think that's a step forward, and I think we have to try and just keep moving forward with that.
Moving into New Zealand, what you've seen from your top order, obviously Shea Hope has done well, Nicholas Puran is the captain as well. How much optimism is there around that top five that they can, on better service as we've seen here at the Queen's Park over that they can produce those 300 plus totals?
Well, it's not a matter of optimism. I think we know that's why we selected them, because we know it can happen. So it's up to us to keep doing it consistently and show that the selectors were right in giving them the chance.
Coach, we played well. We were competitive, but does the team realize after the series how perfect you have to be against big teams like India? How you have to play almost a perfect match to beat them?
Well, that's the thing. We realized that a while ago, and the bowlers have been doing it in a few games, and the batsmen not, and it's turned around now. So we've got to get everything together. The one plus is that the fielding keeps getting better and better. So we have to put everything together on the day, as you say. These are big teams, and we need to do that to beat them.
Looking at the T20 series, hoping optimistic for a more positive series outcome.
Well, I'm optimistic all the time. Once I come here to play, I'm optimistic that you can win, and that's the important thing. But right now we're trying to build a couple teams, and the T20 is a little bit further ahead than the 50 over. So we look forward to this competition. It's always a close competition between us and India, and especially in T20. So we're looking forward to that.
Coach Vimal Kumar this side from India. The way West Indies team fought in the first two matches pushed India very close. In that sense, was it slightly disappointing the way the game went, or is it the rain interruption played its part? It did not allow the players to settle down for a specific strategy.
It played its part, but it played its part for both teams. So we can't use that as an excuse that the rain disturbed us. I think that we lost too many wickets in the chase. We were on target there, coming into 10 overs left, and we just lost too many wickets.
If you were to pick something which made a difference to this series between these two teams, if you were to pick as a coach,
one thing, well, there's two things: batting at Gill and the bowling at Suraj. I think he was excellent, especially in that first game to close out the game for India, and in the other two games he was excellent. Thakur is bowling too, so I think their bowling stood out a little bit more than ours.
You mentioned two Indian players. What about the way India used someone like Deepak Hooda just to counter your attacking stroke players?
Well, he bowled well, but as we go back to, if you look at the three games, it was the seamers who did most of the damage when you look at the wicket count. So I think we have to go back there, but today was Deepak's day.
But do you think that the next 5 matches, the T20 series, will be a little bit more competitive because the West Indies team is more at home?
Well, let's wait and see, because I think we've been playing good T20 cricket. We had good games with India in India, and we know what the quality that they have. So let's wait and see how we come up from Friday.
Last question for me: how frustrated is it frustrating for you, Coach? We're competitive in Test matches and T20. Open ODI cricket could start being more competitive in terms of results. I know we were competitive in this series, but
everything is a journey.
Yeah.
Everything takes its time. I think the guys playing together more and more, and having a squad playing together more and more is going to get us there, because that's what's happening with the Test team. The guys have played together for a while, and now we're seeing the fruits of that. So let's see what happens with the ODI team.
Coach, one more from me. In terms of Jada Seals, someone new to this format, what much are you impressed with his development? What can he learn from these senior seamers in positions like in India, like in New Zealand coming up later this year?
I think he's been impressive in the way he's bowled, but I think what he can learn, and I mentioned Suraj earlier, he can learn that he needs to get wickets at the top, and how he gets the wickets is what he's got to learn right now. But other than that, his defensive bowling, his attacking ways, it's good. So he needs to know how he gets wickets.
Thanks, Coach.
No problem, guys, anytime.
Thanks.